My name is Phil Gattone, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Nourish. And I created Nourish based off of a personal experience. I was diagnosed with a seizure disorder called epilepsy when I was 4 years old, and I've had thousands of seizures. Here's just one example.
Phil? Phil, can you see me, honey? Do you know where we're at, sweetheart? Phil, do you know where we're at, honey?
Outstanding. I love it. Life is good.
Hey, buddy.
Phil.
Hey,
Phil. Philip.
My seizures got so bad that at one point I stopped speaking. I was put on all sorts of different medications, given all the treatments that were available at the time, but nothing was working. So I ended up having to have 2 brain surgeries. And the surgeries, they helped stop the seizures, but I still needed to take medication, and I really struggled socially. Kids didn't understand what I was going through. I was judged, I was isolated, and just growing up, I really struggled relating to other people my age. And I also really struggled in school with writing and reading and doing math. And I just felt like I didn't belong anywhere. So the point is, epilepsy is more than just a medical issue. It's a social issue, and it's also an economic issue. So that's the problem we're addressing. The main problem is patients and caregivers impacted by epilepsy, they feel depressed, isolated, alone, and scared. It's scary when you have a seizure, and it's even scarier when you don't have a support system and you don't know what's going on. And this causes other problems like lack of adherence to prescriptions, overworked doctors, insurance companies spending a ton of money on epilepsy each year. And growing up within the epilepsy community, I can tell you there are a lot of different epilepsy organizations out there, but they all do something a little bit different. There's not one central hub that brings them all together. And personally, I was able to overcome all of these problems and all these struggles because of one reason, and that's my support system. I had a support system that was like no other. My brothers and sisters were there for me to be my friends when others wouldn't. My parents literally changed careers. My mom went back to school to become a neurology nurse, and my dad started getting involved in the epilepsy community. He started attending presentations. He started learning about epilepsy, going to doctor's offices, just doing everything he could. And he eventually got involved within the Epilepsy Foundation and worked his way up to become CEO and the president of the National Epilepsy Foundation of America. And he's also part of the International League Against Epilepsy. So my entire family is well known in the epilepsy community, and that gives us a major competitive advantage over other companies in the industry. We have a huge network, and honestly, I wouldn't be where I am today without them. So that's the solution. The solution is to give people a way to build a support system. So what we've done is we've developed a software platform that allows us to quickly build unique healthcare applications that are highly scalable. So far we've developed 3 applications. We've developed a social network. We've developed a Yelp type system that lets users rate, review, and find epilepsy specialists across the United States. And we've developed a central repository for everything epilepsy, where users can find the latest epilepsy research, information on the latest epilepsy treatments, and epilepsy news. And we're also developing a dating application. So all these applications address specific epilepsy issues, which honestly I've personally experienced. And the market opportunity is there. There are over 80 million people impacted by epilepsy, 18 pharma and device companies that specialize in epilepsy, 6,000 specialists, 8 insurance companies, and over 50 national patient organizations. Our business model allows us to have multiple revenue streams. Basically, we collect several different types of data from the user, and then we use that data to develop reports and insights that are valuable to healthcare companies and pharma companies and device companies within the industry. So ultimately, the more users we have, the more data we have, the more we engage the users, the more valuable we become. Our market strategy is to first acquire users from hospitals and patient waiting rooms, and then partner with existing organizations and bring the resources they offer to our user base that we've acquired from the hospitals and the support groups and the patient waiting rooms. And all this is done through our platform. We already have a lot of traction, including endorsements from existing epilepsy organizations, connections to national and global leaders across the community, which is giving us an opportunity for a global impact. And we've been accepted into several startup accelerators. We have several prototypes built, and we have over 160 users with no marketing plan. But our vision is to become bigger and to branch out to other disorders and other diseases. So we want to have an even larger impact across the healthcare industry. We envision a patient going to a doctor, and when they're diagnosed with a chronic condition, the doctor hands them a medical treatment, but then they also hand them a reference to a Nourish application that allows them to find others that have also been diagnosed with that condition, and it allows them to build a support system and just bond with other people. Our team consists of people with personal experiences with epilepsy, epilepsy specialists, and world-class business advisors. Our exit strategy is to be acquired by a pharma company or a healthcare company, and now is the time to execute. Just within the past year, there have been several exits and several acquisitions, including Livongo last October that was acquired for $18.5 billion by Teladoc. So we feel like this is more than just a company. We're on a mission, and we're on a mission with a cause. I'm personally committed to doing what it takes to make progress until we succeed, because that's what I've done my entire life. Thank you.